Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're just going to be talking about and kind of showing people that don't know how to use Cinebench to sort of test, sort of stress test kind of thing their CPU. Um, this program, you tend to see a lot of videos on YouTube of people that primarily use it to try and get higher scores once they've overclocked to their CPUs. But it can be quite a good tester for, like I said, sort of putting a bit of stress on the CPU and testing it out. So we'll get into how this works now. There's a couple of things. Ideally, you want to download this program here. This is Hardware Monitor, because if you download this, this will tell you everything about your CPU while you're running the test. So like all the voltages, the core temperatures, how much power it's drawing, and like the frequency the cores are running at, so on and so forth. So yeah, what you want to do is download this. This is Cinebench. Now you can get it a couple of places. You can get it directly from Maxon's website, which are the company that makes Cinebench. But I've had a problem, and I've seen a few other people having problems on Reddit with the version they download from Maxon directly. Because as you'll see in a minute, when you do a test, obviously it renders an image, but the image doesn't come up for some reason on the one I get directly from Maxon. So this one you can get directly from the Microsoft Store. So if you search Microsoft Store into your search bar in the bottom corner and you type in Cinebench, it comes up here, and you just click download or install or whatever it says. That's where I've got it from, and it works perfectly fine there. I'm not going to be running like full tests. Sort of like, you can run tests for a specific amount of time, sort of thing. But I'm not really going to be doing that because I don't really need to stress test the CPU. But yeah, we'll get into it. So what you want to do is have your hardware monitor open. I just make it a bit smaller and put it in the top corner. Have your Cinebench open as well. Now when you first open it, it will come up looking like this. You might have to accept like an agreement that pops up. Just accept that. Now if you go into File, you tick Advanced Benchmark. That allows you to get this drop-down box, which obviously you can set minimum test duration for 10 minutes that tests throttling, 30 minutes that tests stability, or I've got a custom 5-minute one just for this video set up. Underneath here it'll tell you what obviously CPU you're running. I've got the 10505, 6 core 12 thread at 3.2. I think mine boosts up to 4.2, 4.4, and it tells you obviously the operating system you're running on, sort of thing. Down here you've got scores of different CPUs, so as you can see, the 2990WX Threadripper got a 30,000, Intel Xeon got a 24.2, another Threadripper, i9, Ryzen 7 1700X, so on and so forth. So what you want to do, there's two different ways to test. You can do a multi-core test and a single-core test. Obviously, the single-core test takes longer because it's testing literally like single cores. Whereas the multi-core test is faster because you're testing sort of all the cores at the same time. So what you want to do is you just click Start. It'll come up here saying Performing Render Test, Preparing Project. So you pass one now, the black screen's come up. So this is rendering the image. You basically just want to wait for this to finish. As you can see on ours, it's going to take 5 minutes. Once it's finished though, you'll get your score come up in this list somewhere in orange, just to show you where you place. But obviously if you have hardware monitor open at the same time, as you can see, the package temps on the CPU are up to 45 degrees. And obviously you get your cores, so all 6 cores, and like the hottest core was like core 3 at 46 degrees, but they're all relatively cool. That's because This is only a 65 watt TDP chip, and I've got a 360mm AIO cooling this, so it's overkill cooling for like a low wattage chip. As you can see, it's drawing 67, 68 watts. If you go down here, here's your clocks. So we are currently boosted at nearly 4.3. So we're at our boost frequency. As you see here, the max it's hit was a 4.5, well, 4.6 basically on one core. They're all relatively similar though, but these are these are the main things you want to be looking at. So from where it says the CPU down to there. So as you can see now, that's doing, obviously it's cycling again because it's still got 3 minutes, so ideally you want to wait, but it's put me in the middle here, just above an Intel Xeon X 5650, just below the E5 2697. So we'll let this run. It's only got a little under 3 minutes to go. As you can see here, it's 131.6% utilization of the CPU while it's rendering. But you can probably see why this is a good tool to sort of use to test while you're overclocking. A lot of people have probably seen the majority of sort of PC sort of YouTubers using this, whether it be Linus, Jay's 2 Cents, Gamers Nexus, Bitwit, Hardware Canucks. Everybody uses Cinebench really. Obviously, there is multiple other ways of testing, like stress testing CPU and stuff like that. You may have seen in one of my previous videos where we use OCCT to do a stress test. Some people prefer OCCT, some people prefer Cinebench. It's just whatever you like. I don't really mind. I kind of use both of them. I sort of switch between them. And in regards to that OCCT video we uploaded, I think it was 3 months ago now, I just want to say that I appreciate everybody that's watched that, because that video has hit just over 6,500 views now, which for a channel as sort of new as mine, like my channel's only 4 months old, that video's 3 months old. I think it was the 4th video I ever uploaded, and it's hit over 6,500 views. So I appreciate everybody watching it, liking it, commenting on it. We get quite a few comments on that video. But yeah, it's a great thing for the channel. Obviously this channel isn't monetized. I'm not going to say yet because it might never get monetized. Hopefully one day, but you know, I do these videos because I enjoy tinkering, sort of messing about with computers and stuff like that. Obviously, when I've done the platform upgrade, I will do another video where I run this again, because that new system is going to be an AM5 system. So it'll be interesting to see what scores we get on the new system when it's built compared to what we get here. Obviously, that'll be AM5, DDR5, like everything's PCIe Gen 5, so on and so forth. So yeah, we've only got 20 seconds left on this test now. I'm not going to run a single core test just because of how long they take. I don't fancy sitting here blabbing on for 20 minutes, 30 minutes while I try and run a single core test. But like I said, effectively, if you want to test single core performance at a time, then you would hit start on CPU single core. Most people do multi-core tests like this though. So this is nearly done now. Let's see what score we get. There you go. So we got a 7516. Now, if you hover over it, obviously it tells you your system there. If you hover over the one below, it'll tell you there comparison system is 1.09 times slower than your system. And then it tells you like the details of that, like that's 12 core 24 thread Xeon at 2.6 gigahertz. And then the one above it is 1.11 times faster than my system, and that's again a 12 core 24 thread at 2.7 gigahertz. So as you can see, the temps have obviously gone back down now from like 45 to 29, 30, 31 sort of degrees. The power draw has gone way back down now to like 17 watts, because obviously it's technically sat idle now. But yeah, that's just a basic video on how to use Cinebench, why you would use Cinebench, and kind of what it's good for. Like I said, there's plenty of other ways to stress test, whether it be CPU, GPU. The only one thing I will say, obviously, about OCCT is you can stress test multiple things either at once or at the same time. So you can test your CPU, your GPU, your RAM, your storage. You can hit the whole computer with a full load constantly. Whereas when you're running Cinebench, obviously that only tests CPU. So if you wanted to test the GPU at the same time, you'd have to obviously run 3D Mark or something like that. So I can see why some people prefer OCCT, but each to their own. Take your pick, really. But yeah, for now, guys, I will leave that video there. It was only going to be a short one today. I will probably have another video coming up later in the week, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. But yeah, if this video helps you out, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you wouldn't mind. We're on 58 now. The aim for this channel, hopefully, is to hit around 500 by the end of 2025. I'd be happy with that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video.